Hi, we're the Quinn family. I'm Gina, mom.
David, dad.
And we have 4 children.
Callie, 16. Casey, 14.
Corey's 10.
Put your head in the toilet, or else.
And Carly is 9.
I'm a chiropractor.
You're so mean to me. Get off of me. I'm a personal trainer. Right now, I'm an amateur competitive bodybuilder.
Mom!
Usually when the kids are home, I'm home.
I told her not to mess with me. To be on.
He's a wonderful wrestler, but clearly Casey's the most aggressive child. We get very nervous because we're so afraid he's going to hurt somebody. Casey will punch, shove, he will wrestle.
Oh, so we've got a big man in the house now, have we?
All our kids are swearing and the language is unacceptable. It's just unbelievable to us, but that's where we're at.
Look at that. Cussing has become so common in this household that nobody even bats an eyelid.
I behave sometimes like one of the kids. Then they don't understand that there's a point where enough's enough.
Corey, no. No. Give it to him.
And we are having a heck of a time trying to educate them on that line.
These kids just don't take you seriously.
When I come home, they say things that I think they know are gonna send me in an outrage. Get downstairs and finish up or the deal's off. The feeling like when I walk in the door, I don't even wanna be here, that's not a good thing. So I'm spending more time at the gym.
It's been very difficult to just have some quality time with the kids and with the family.
Well, it would be nice if this family just came together and spent some good time with one another.
No, it's not fair. I never eat ice cream.
We feel like we are at a total loss.
Ow!
I feel like we're putting a Band-Aid on a pretty big wound.
Could you get her? Supernanny, we desperately need you. Please hurry.
Well, I know I've certainly seen enough. Enough is enough. I'm on my way to help.
Hello.
Hi, pleased to meet you. I'm Jo Frost.
I'm Gina Quinn.
Hi.
Come on in.
Thank you. Hi, pleased to meet you. Jo, how old are you, Corey? 10.
This is Callie.
Hi, Callie, pleased to meet you. Jo, how are you?
Good.
How old are you?
I was introduced to the children and they were a little bit in shock that I was actually there in their own home.
Hi, Casey. Pleased to meet you. And what's your name?
Carly.
Hi, Carly. Pleased to meet you. Hi, how old are you?
9.
9. Okay.
When I saw Jo for the first time, I thought she's gonna be a really nice person and she's gonna help us.
Where's Dad?
Dad's working.
Is he? Okay. So what I'm going to do is today I'm going to hang out with you guys as a family. So don't mind me, do what you would normally do.
Okay. I definitely was not intimidated.
Not long before I was in the house, I saw Mum having a discussion with regards to chores.
I need something to make some money. I'm trying to save up for those shoes.
Yeah, I know, and I told you, you can be in direct control of how much money you earn.
Right, so they get paid to do the chores.
We've decided that if they had some chores to do, they can earn the money.
These children are learning that anything they do has a price tag attached to it. I don't think that's right.
If you look at their room, it's just clothes all over the
Right, so
floor.
how much for that? For making your bed, tidying around?
Like maybe $1.
$1? You're so cheap. We can't go anywhere if we make them $2
Well, you know, $20 a week is enough.
Yeah.
Well,
Making your bed, separating laundry, cleaning your room, come on.
How much do you think you should get paid to do your room?
Like, at least $5 to do your room.
Well, I was quite taken back by this.
take your clothes off, you put them in the hamper. How big a deal is that? Separating laundry, okay, it's a little bit more time consuming.
Getting kids to do house chores can be pretty challenging, but actually negotiating a price tag for them is ridiculous.
Why do we have to clean our room if that's not your room? You don't go in there. It's our
to
room.
maintain the home. Right now, I'm responsible for the entire house, and when I ask you guys to do something, the barrage of verbal abuse that I get is unbelievable.
After haggling over a price to do chores, I saw exactly how harsh Casey can be with his brother and sisters.
Get out. I need to use this, Corey.
Corey put his head inside a wash basket that Casey wanted.
Stop and give it back to me.
No.
If Corey's goofing off and not doing what Casey thinks he should be doing, problem arises.
Stop and give it back to me.
No.
Sometimes I feel like Casey picks on me a lot.
Corey.
Casey pinched his neck and marked it all up.
He keeps on pinching my neck.
Casey,
I didn't do that. I didn't pinch his neck.
He just came in there.
You know, a little roughhousing can be okay, but Casey has certainly stepped over the line here.
I pushed him down because I'm trying to clean up my room, and then he takes it and he puts it on his head.
the physicality of the children's behavior has gotten to the point of being dangerous.
I didn't pinch his neck.
Yes, you did.
The boys fought, and then Mum went off straight away to run an errand. The question was, would it all start to kick off again?
I need to run out by myself. Sometimes I have to run a quick errand and leave the kids home alone, and I am fearful that while I am gone, something will escalate.
I dare you say a comment. I'm gonna punch you in the freaking head.
Get complete ass back, so why don't you just leave
Yeah,
it?
because you guys start stuff.
I just get really annoyed sometimes that I just can't control it anymore.
I'll throw this at your head and kick you so hard.
When Casey has his attitude on, I think, oh God, I better just stay out of this.
You're an ass.
I don't care.
They choose to yell and shout at each other. They choose to react very quickly.
Leave him alone!
This is how they've been conditioned to communicate with one another. And that's caused a great lack of respect.
Don't touch them! No, you weren't going on. She got to the computer and she's on. Stop it.
There.
You have to come home, Mom.
When Mum arrived home later, I wanted to ask her about her competitive bodybuilding. I mean, I was interested. So for you, would you say it was a challenge that you set yourself and the reward and the achievement of it makes you stand 6 foot tall and feel really proud of that?
Yeah, I'm very proud of what.
It's personal growth for you.
Yeah. A year and a half ago, I got introduced to competitive bodybuilding. I am hooked, and I am looking forward to my second competition.
Do you feel you have as much satisfaction at home at the moment?
With the family? No. It is so hard to admit that I am not enjoying my family right now and don't want to be there. Because I feel so unappreciated for what I do for them. I'm so upset that I've withdrawn myself almost for survival, just like so I don't totally explode and break down, and I just kind of block it out.
After speaking to Mum, I knew that I needed to work on making sure she could emotionally reconnect with her children.
I don't want to look back and say, oh my gosh, the kids are gone. I didn't enjoy any of it, and it's over.
Ooh, lammy chops.
I was hoping that when Dad came home, he would restore order and discipline and be the solution. Instead, he was the problem.
You're in training mode. I don't think.
Got your dog.
Dave's a very playful person. He laughs a lot.
You're awake. I saw you.
You know, he's a really happy-go-lucky chap, but I realised this constant smile stayed on his face. Even when his children started to misbehave.
No, let her up.
Laughter seems to be just a natural response, and it's very misinterpreted by the kids.
No.
Just rained on it.
He just doesn't see when it's time to just calm down and be firm with his children.
You're gonna hurt yourself. No. They don't recognize when to stop sometimes. All right, that's enough. Oh, right in the eye.
Before I know it, David's got a scratch on the side of his face that his son's given him, and he's not even said anything about it.
You got a scratch on your face.
Yeah, he brutalized me already.
Yeah, I mean,
What were you doing?
And there's Casey feeling good because he's done that to his dad.
Freakers a ball.
You will break nobody's neck.
Instead of dad dealing with the situation, he laughs everything off. So then he becomes the good cop, she's the bad cop, and Mum's fed up with it.
Hey, Carly, I'm gonna have dinner there. Can you pick up your...
I've had a really good day today. It's been really interesting just hanging out with you all. And I'm really...
We are not perfect parents, and we probably never will be perfect parents, but we need to be better parents.
Get some sleep tonight so that we can be up early tomorrow and have our talk.
Our greatest fear is that the behaviors that we see now will escalate into behaviors that we will no longer be able to control.
Good night.
Good night, thank you.
Bye-bye.
These kids know what they need, and their parents are not doing it for them. So when I come back tomorrow to talk to them, I'm gonna have to lay it down straight. The first thing I want to talk to you both about is discipline and your lack of consistency. When did you both make a choice to not follow through on the discipline you had placed in the house? What are the rules? What is it? I mean...
It varies day to day. I don't think we've sat down and
Well, the rules
discussed yet.
shouldn't vary.
I know, but they do.
We don't want them swearing at us.
Right,
That
so-
should
so
remain consistent.
This is my point. You know, just now I bring up what's the rules and you're like, well, they vary and, well, they shouldn't. But fundamentally, you guys should have spoke about rules and conduct. If we don't address what needs to be dealt with, we're gonna have kids that are gonna spiral out of control, and it's bad now.
Agreed.
Dad, let's talk about yourself. You know, you've got a great personality, you are sunshine. But there comes a point when your kids are smacking you in the face and they're being rude to you and you're like, I'm like, what is he doing? There's a line, you've got to draw the line, David.
It's hard to feel where that line is. I mean...
No, you know it. Oh, trust me, David, I know you know it. When Casey was roughhousing with you and you guys were wrestling, they got to a point where your face went serious for a minute, and that is when you should have turned around and said to him, hold on a minute, Casey. That's enough now. Instead, you just blew it off. Last but not least, let's concentrate on yourself here, Gina. It's sad when I hear you turn around and say, I'm discouraged. I don't really want to spend time with my kids.
Well, that is sad. I'm not happy to admit that. It's just somewhat true right now because the behavior that's displayed on a regular basis is not enjoyable.
But if you're not doing anything to change that, cancelling out that behaviour that we see, how can you be the mother that enjoys being around her kids?
Well, I can't successfully until it does change.
It's not that you don't want that though, is it?
No. I know I have to make some changes, and I want to, obviously. I wouldn't be here. Dave always reminds me, they're gonna be gone and you're gonna look back. Then you're not gonna feel very good about the fact that you didn't enjoy your kids. I don't want to. I don't want that to happen.
What we need is togetherness. What we need is a family growing, bonding with one another, emotionally connecting. I want focus, effort, perseverance, and I want you guys working together as a team, okay? We in?
Yep.
We're in.
Good. All right. Okay, let's go.
When I first came into the house, I wanted to establish house rules so that both Mum and Dad can be consistent in enforcing discipline.
Your mum and dad now are going to talk to you with regards to those house rules so that you're fully aware of what's not acceptable in this house, okay?
The first thing is no hitting each other. I realize we're going to wrestle around a little bit and play, but there is a line and we constantly go over it. And I'm looking at you, yes.
How'd
but
you
I'm
get that
looking-
mark on your face?
You gave it to me the other day.
Yeah, that's right, son.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah, that's what I said. Hey. Casey felt really proud that he had wrestled his dad down to the floor very aggressively without listening to his dad when he said stop. And I just realised that Dad is giving his son mixed messages, so I wonder why it's chaos upstairs. You know the stuff that you do in the ring when you wrestle is the stuff that you do as a sport. There is a line when somebody says stop, that's enough, that you respect that. And I want you guys to respect what your dad's saying, because let's face it, your mum and dad are in charge here. What's another house rule, Gina?
Well, I think the verbal abuse amongst each other is just as painful as the physical abuse.
That's a house rule. So I think we all want to get on the same train, right? We're all going in the same direction, which is I'm pleased to see. Once Mum and Dad had established the house rules, what I did was give the kids a chance to voice their opinion about how much they want discipline as well. Come and take a seat next to David, Gina. I had the kids use balloons, so as they were telling their parents what they hadn't enforced in the past, they realised was full of hot air. Carly.
You say something to two people, and then you let one person do it and not the other.
Casey?
You don't follow through with punishments, like when you were leaving for New York and you said anybody that misses school will be grounded, and then I was about to miss school and you wanted to ground me, and then Callie missed school and you didn't ground her. My parents they're full of hot air. They'll say one thing and completely switch it.
Dad started to laugh and found it highly amusing.
You guys always make rules that I can't go places and that Casey can, and then it's always different. The rules are always different between the two of us.
No, stop for a minute. Can you come with me, please? I felt really frustrated because I'm in there helping this family really set some boundaries and some strong discipline for the aggressive behaviour. And there I am watching one of the parents not taking this whole thing seriously. So I pulled David aside and took him upstairs so I could have a really firm word with him. Do you want to be in a place where your son muscles up to you at 16 and says, let's have it, let's go?
No.
How? Do you want confrontation with him?
No.
Do you want your daughter pregnant at 17?
No.
Because she couldn't come to you?
Absolutely not. I felt like a schoolboy going to the principal. But I understand and recognize that it had to be done. I can't continue to be the jokester all the time.
Your kids need a dad, yeah, who can take them seriously and not laugh at everything. David's in this situation because he wasn't good at laying down firm boundary lines and holding his place as the father of this house, and these kids in turn have got no respect for him. I have a small amount of time with you, and if I need to put my foot on your backside and say, let's take this seriously, then I will. So if he wants change, he's got to realise that he can be this goofy dad, but he's also going to have to be firm at times as well. And I'm going to make you proud of yourself as a father when you and I are done.
Okay.
All right? Trust me.
Okay.
Let's go.
Like, sometimes I want to go out like to the movies, and Casey wants to go out too, and he gets to go out and I don't. Felt better so they know how we feel when they don't follow through.
So when you're inconsistent with discipline, or when you set something up and you don't follow through, that's what I get. Hot air.
The point Joe was trying to make is that we've let the kids down and they're calling us on it.
The next day was all about teaching Casey to respect the word stop, whether he's at home or on the wrestling mat. Simple as that. What I want to establish here, no is no, enough is enough. When you're back home, when you're messing around and you're goofing around, remember that you're having fun and you're enjoying it, but at the same time, when no is no, it's no. When enough is enough, it's enough. Casey needs to realise that even though he obeys the rules when it comes to wrestling at school, he needs to apply the same when he's at home. But he got too rough with his brother.
Work your way up.
Sometimes when I wrestle with my brother, I don't feel comfortable. I think that Casey goes after me and hurts me. Don't hurt me.
I stepped in and I took Casey aside and I said to him, instead of being his bully, why don't you be like his big brother who he can look up to and be his mentor? Show him how to use his grip properly so that it benefits him.
Right here.
Good teaching, Casey. Well done, Corey. Once Corey could trust his brother again, I needed to work on Casey respecting the word stop or no.
Right, Casey, that's enough. That's enough.
And it took a while, but he began to make progress.
I think if I use the discipline that I have when I'm training for a match, like at home, I think that would be good, because I'll be a good kid.
All right, good.
This is good stuff, huh? All right, so look, I'm pleased with what I've seen here today because I've seen a lot of control on this mat.
We can still have our fun. We can still play, but we have to have a healthy boundary there. Casey, I think, has really understood that very clearly.
You're too big to give it that a hug. You might just have to kiss him.
When I resumed teaching the next day, it was down to tackling house chores. Not only do these kids do no house chores, but they're trying to extort their parents to pay a high price to do them. Can you believe that? I don't think you should get $2 for tidying up your bedroom. It's your bedroom, look after it. And there are chores that you're going to be doing in the house. It's got nothing to do with your money because these chores are mandatory. Your parents to write down the chores that they expect you to do, and then you can show visually here when you've done it.
I think it's going to be very effective because there's no misunderstanding about what has to be done. And it's also going to relieve me of having to harp on them.
I made it very clear to the kids that they will not be paid to do house chores. That's mandatory. However, they will be given the privilege to have pocket money every week. But there is a twist. These boxes are to measure your swearing. The swearing, the cussing, the name calling, it's not appropriate behaviour. It's rude. It's disrespectful. The older kids can get up to $15 a week and the younger kids $5 a week, but they've got to mind their tongues. So you do have the privilege of having your pocket money weekly, but if your parents hear you cuss, you're going to lose 50 cents every time you do it.
We lose 50 cents when we're swearing and stuff, and like we do swear a lot.
I do want follow through. If you hear the kids cussing and swearing, I want you to come straight over here and you're going to keep tally of how much it is so you can remain consistent every week. This family don't spend any time together because they're so busy being combative with one another. So it was important for me to take them out so that they would spend family time together and do something adventurous. So listen, I'm glad you're all togged up. I can see you've got all your good boots on, you've got gloves, coats on, which is good.
It's winter, it's cold, and I'm not an outdoor kind of girl.
We are here today to spend some family time together and enjoy our adventure. My plan was to take them on a great big hike so that they would work as a team and start to trust one another. However, 20 minutes holding a map and a compass, Mum and Dad managed to get the whole family lost.
Why are you going over there?
I'm just looking for marker 6. Maybe it's here?
I don't know, that's still north.
Yeah, and we still have to go east.
So that's still east.
Let's stop for a minute and let's get in control. Where are we? Let's get our compasses out. Look on the map, Gina, and let's get our direction.
Okay, so we hold this thing out. We look at our map through the woods to number 6 going southeast.
Once this family did finally come together as a team, they pulled it off. All right, now you're talking. All right, let's go. Each family member had a chance to be the leader, to use the compass and the map, and they did really well together as a family.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's a field on the other side of this.
Callie in front, because Callie's leading us. Look, we've got to build a fire, right? It's got to be. What do you think? The Quinn family made it to the end of the hike, where they then started to build a campfire, and we started to relax a bit.
Let him strike it. He can strike it. Good design, Corey.
Just rest your feet for a minute.
Good job, guys.
Well done. I love the way that you kept communicating with one another.
I'm expecting marshmallows and hot chocolate at this point, you know? We had a long day, and we're all a little bit tired, and it didn't go that way.
So tonight what we will be doing is spending the night in the cabin house.
I immediately looked at my wife, and she was beside herself.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
I know Mom has. I really wasn't happy about it at all.
Dad's in shock. So do you want to take a look?
Yep.
I showed the whole family around the dormitory so that they could realise there was no electricity, there's no TV, and there's no phones. As you will see, there are sleeping bags, there are lanterns, there's this stove, which keeps the cabin very warm, actually. Mum, are we talking yet? Are we still in shock? Callie?
I don't, that's really the last thing I want to do is sleep in a cabin.
All right, now I'm going to show you through to the kitchens. Through here, after the Quinns were familiar with their surroundings, I had a few words of advice that I wanted to give them before I left for several days. Remember the techniques that have been put in the house.
You know, I kind of looked at myself and said, what the heck are we going to do?
What I would love to do is to collect your cell phones from you. So have fun, enjoy tonight, and I will see you in several days when I get back and see how you guys done. Bye-bye.
Bye. I think Joe felt that we had been guided by her through the day, and now it was time for us to come together as a family.
You have a choice to make, Cal. Well, Callie had a breakdown. It's okay to be upset. Mom's pretty upset too, you know.
I want to go home. I don't want to stay.
We weren't ready for all this. Nobody was. Nobody knew about it. Here it is. You gotta decide to make the best of it.
How do you make the best of it?
Here we are. I think it's kind of fun.
It's not fun.
All right, so that's your choice. You've made your choice.
It's been 3 days since I've seen the Quinn family. I'm a little bit curious to see how they got on spending the night in that cabin. The first clip that we're going to look at is the cabin clip, and we're going to take a look at exactly how you guys did.
Do you have good utensils?
I can't kill myself.
Okay.
I want to go home.
What?
Game.
Okay. Fair.
Wait, first I have to explain it. This, when you hit twice, you reverse it. Start over. Now, okay? Look at
Both of you.
Let's go, guys. It's time to go home.
Yay! Okay, guys, I get the shower first. I call second.
I'm going in my shower. I think we made the most of it. Some of us had a little bit more trouble with it than others, but I think we got through it okay.
You did. Well done. When I left, I heard a young girl crying. To see her come around like that and realise, I've got a choice here. I can sit and not enjoy this experience or make the most of it. And she came around because you guys chose to have a really positive attitude in recognising the importance of what you were doing there, and that's spending time together. I'm really pleased that you did that. I really am.
It's done with the computer, right?
Should not be on the computer.
You know you're not supposed to be on the computer, right? You know your time is up. One of your criticisms to me and to Mom was we are not consistent. We never follow through. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We are following through. Let's go. You're done. You've done your computer stuff today.
So what? I want to do more.
I know you do.
Why can't I just go on the computer?
Why don't I just say, thank you, dog, for listening? Right there, right there. Thank you. No, 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 no.
Dad?
No, no.
Let me see on the computer.
Okay. We have, no, stop.
Dad, you're being such a
Okay, stop. Thank you, Belle.
Okay. All right, let's stop you right here. Thank you, dog. It's like, you know what, let's just be tight. Yeah, it's you and I. Not at this stage. Wrong time to be playful and jest with your language. You made a very clear point that he was on that computer, his time was up, he shouldn't be on it now, and let's go. And you should have turned around and given him a warning. You should have said to him, you're smart-mouthing me, and that's disrespectful. Let's take a look at the next clip.
Okay, now you can clean that one too. Soap and water, since you decided to sip out of it.
It's fine.
No, soap and water.
Shut up.
Simply asked you to clean the cup that you just decided
Just leave me
to do.
alone!
You need
Stop pissing everybody off!
You need to go upstairs
You're the most
and
annoying
relax.
person here!
Sorry you feel that way.
No one freaking likes you, Mom!
Okay. Was he angry?
Mm-hmm.
Where did he need to go?
Up in his room. Chill out.
What did you just teach him?
That it's okay to react to me that way.
You're not saying to him, you need to go up into your room because this conversation is over at this stage. You've lost your temper. You've got to nip this behaviour. You've got to take care of it. Your kids need you to be firm, okay? They need parents who are in. Are you guys in?
Yeah.
Okay? Today, no messing around, okay? It's hardcore. We go in and we deal with what we need to deal with today, all right? Okay? So, let's get started. We don't have time to waste. So, pocket money. Where are we? What's our allowances? I am ready to see. Ching, 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 ching.
It was payday in the Quinn household, and it was going to be interesting to see who was going to get paid the full amount and who was going to get paid less because they need to clean up their act.
It's a privilege. However, it was attached to the sailor mouths in this house.
Every swear word used will cost these kids 50 cents off their pocket money.
Put a zip across this. Think first. Callie, with a tally there of 5 knocked off. So
that's $2.50 off the 15.
We owe you $12.50?
okay.
I think that the allowance bars are a great idea. It gives us some money for us for the weekend.
All right, Carly. Nothing.
I've had none of my allowance taken away.
Corey, $5.
I'm due to get my full $5 this week.
Okay, Casey. Blimey, look at this. It looks like a prison wall. All right, Casey.
It's a big change for me, not being able to swear, because that's what I'm used to.
$2.50. We've got £5 there. Another $2.50 here. That's $7.50. $7.50. 8 and 9. $9 taken off of 15 leaves how much?
$6.
$6 this week. You guys are in control of the weekly allowance that you get, all right?
Now these kids know there's a price to pay if they decide to cuss. So hopefully they'll do this.
So, good stuff. Don't spend it all at once.
Before I left, there was one more thing that I really needed to do for Mum. So I came up with an idea to give Mum the opportunity to become closer to her kids.
What I'm going to give you is this house. There are 18 windows to this house.
Each day, Mum opens a new window that will help her.
I'm going to start the first one today. Okay. The first window, write a message for the kids on their bathroom mirror. And you're going to find that the more you open the windows of this house, the more you're going to open the windows to your heart.
Even though they're getting older, I shouldn't have to be any less nurturing toward them because they still have a ways to go and they still need that from me.
So you can allow these kids in. Get what I'm saying?
As high as Mum's brick wall is, inside she's all mushy. And I know that she really does want to reconnect with her kids.
Your kids love you unconditionally. You just need to allow them in. They want only what a mother can give.
It's been really great having Mum be honest and open with me whilst I've been working with her, but I need Mum to do that with her own kids.
It's been so long since I've extended these subtle little I love yous that I don't know how to do it anymore. Jo had to show me. She had to tell me what to do.
Mum wrote on the mirror, "I love you more today than the day you were born." And Callie was the first to see that.
I've been very preoccupied, and I take full responsibility for that. And I need to show you, not just tell you that I love you, but show you that I love you. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. So I love you.
I love you too.
One by one, I had each child go up and look at the message that Mum had wrote on the mirror.
I know you still want to just snuggle up, don't you? I haven't been too good at that, have I? I'm sorry. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm feeling, and I want to tell you right now. It was really hard. I haven't gotten the very best of me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try a whole lot harder.
Mommy.
I love you too. You're a good girl. Well, it's hardest for me with Casey. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry that I haven't shown you. It felt great to reach out to Casey. I think he was a little bit uncomfortable with it because he's just not used to that from me, but yet I think he wanted to accept it from me.
To make a real conscious effort with one another here, because you have a very special relationship, the two of you.
It was very emotional and difficult, but a huge breakthrough.
Come in.
Bring it in.
You little cherubs, come in.
The journey has been difficult. The journey has been necessary.
Keep up with your allowances.
Having Jo come in and touch our lives, it's been a godsend. And the family is grateful.
And remember, family time, it's important. Because look what you guys gained from it. When you all hung out and had some fun.
Well, we decided to go camping tomorrow night.
I'm glad that Jo came. I think it really helped us.
You're more than welcome.
Jo has opened my eyes to so much that she has allowed me to be able to change and be the parent that I want to be.
Just keep going with it and keep talking. I want to hear chat, 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 chat. The Quinn family, no doubt, have proved that they're willing to do what it takes to reconnect with their family. And that's what's important here, because the love that they have for one another is going to carry them through the rough and the smooth. Bye-bye, take care.
Bye, Jo.
Be safe, bye-bye.
Thank you.
She's a miracle worker because she helped us become a better family.